It was a controversial win last year. A lot of fans didn't think you deserved to win. You thought you did. How did you take that, hearing people saying things about the champion?
That motivates you to only be better and to get better. I get all my inspiration, all my determination, my dedication, all that comes from God. As long as God wants me to be around here to represent the sport, bodybuilding, put me in the spotlight, then hey, I'll be here.
Many people that are gifted like he is won't work that hard.
Let's go back in time where Ronnie Coleman was just a cop out here in Arlington on the beat. Prior to that, delivering pizzas for a living.
He takes everything very, very seriously, you know, from the diet to the aerobics to the rest to the everything down to a T. It's all very important.
Before I got real big, you know, I've had to start small. And what a lot of people don't understand is, you see me big up there like that, but, you know, it took a long time for me to get there. You know, that didn't happen overnight. I just wanted a free membership because I was poor back then. I couldn't afford to pay for a gym membership because I just hired on there. And coming from Domino's Pizza, where, you know, I had to eat pizza every day to survive because I didn't make that much money. By the time I got to the police department, I was still struggling and trying to get back on my feet, and I couldn't afford a membership still. When I first got into the sport of bodybuilding, I was doing security at a Mr. Olympia event. And most of the people in the audience thought that I should be on stage back then. I didn't think so, you know, but they thought that. I had 22, 23-inch arms back then. Actually, my waist was like 29 when I first started. Rex was winning all the shows, and you know, he was the #1 guy, so I went to Rex and couldn't beat him, so just studied from him. He taught me a whole lot about the sport. It was like the talk that I had with him. He said, man, if you want to be on the port with the big dog, you got to do what the big dog's doing. At the time, I wasn't doing what the big dog was doing. Rex, he gave me a little lesson into big doggism. I started bodybuilding in 1990, and I just steadily progressed since then. So it makes me feel that, you know, all my hard work is really paying off.
When Ronnie Coleman turned around to the back and those hamstrings and glutes came out,
in 1992, I didn't place at all in the Olympia. Didn't get a dime, didn't get a dollar. I didn't complain. 1994, I didn't complain when I got 15. 1995, I didn't complain when I got 11. 1996, I didn't complain when I got 6. 1997, I didn't complain when I got 9. The moral to the story is, why complain?
You see what he's made out of. You see it's not what you saw on the outside that makes Ronnie Coleman. It's something inside his spirit that you cannot get out of the bottle that makes this man unbelievable and sets him in a class by himself. It's that sheer willpower to continue to keep going and never stop and never quit no matter what.
I just had to be genetic gift for strength and bodybuilding, a different beast. That's how I felt. Felt like I was Superman. And nothing I couldn't do.
Every year you're trying to outdo the last year. I get better from the last year. And that's what I was trying to do every single year. Get better from last year. That's the way it was for me. I never had any dreams of being a Mr. Olympia. Never had any dreams of being a bodybuilder. I started powerlifting when I was in high school. You know, I had a gift of strength. I was pretty strong.
A friend of mine got me into serious training. A guy by the name of Brian Dobson. He said he knew it right then and there I'd be a champion one day, and
the guy said, if you compete, I'll give you a free membership to the gym.
I could beat him on everything at first. And then probably within 6 months, I never beat him on anything ever again.
Ronnie became from this quiet, slow burn guy in the background who nobody ever thought of being a threat to anything. He loved being Mr. Olympia.
Me, Kevin, and Flex see Ronnie Coleman, a guy that we used to not even pay attention to, leapfrog over all of us.
He looked like a dude who they invented in a Marvel comic book to kill the Hulk.
So I kept getting bigger and bigger, so nobody would catch up with me.
Ronnie in any era, smoke anybody in any era. When Ronnie dropped them clothes backstage, everybody's mouth dropped. The most dominant bodybuilder in history. When I was in the gym, I felt like I was Superman because I was so strong and I was so in control.
Finally came and he was like, man, look, you know, I'm tired of getting my ass whipped. What you doing? You know, because Ronnie was always natural. That's one thing a lot of people didn't know. Ronnie turned pro and competed as a pro naturally for a long time.
But no one knew that this guy, Ronnie Coleman, who'd learned all the secrets from Flex. Ronnie was a student at Bodybuilding, so he'd go in and ask them all the questions, and they didn't see him as a threat, so they just told him everything he needed to know.
You wound up with the first Mr. Olympia in Helsinki in '92, and really quickly, what was that experience like in those humble beginnings?
Well, I can remember like it was yesterday. I was backstage warming up. I'm sitting there doing my little bit of curl, and I look over and there's Sean Ray over in the corner doing push-up against the wall, and I'm like, wow, I'm in the wrong league. These guys are ripped and shredded, and I just got my little cut on here and there. And remember like it was yesterday, I got dead last. I was so bad in that show, I didn't even get a call out. I put on about 5 pounds of muscle, between 5 and 10 pounds of muscle a year. And that came from all that, you know, that heavy lifting, a lot of eating, a lot of eating.
last year I think I was about 233, 34 pounds. This year I was about 15 pounds heavier than I was last year. So I came prepared to do battle with these guys. I think I put everything I had into it, and I think I got a good result from it.
This year, I'm bigger. I'm a lot sharper as far as detail goes. So I'm pretty much bigger and much better than last year. I've been in this sport now for 7 years, and then for 7 years I've progressed. So every year it's been a much better year for me, year after year, and hopefully this year won't be any different.